Hello everyone and welcome to my first solo narrated X and Y battle. Of course the first one was a dual com with Elo, but this is it's my first one on my own. We got it against Nick. I sorted out the quality a bit, I got rid of the lines, which is nice. I hope the quality's okay for you guys until I'm able to somewhat afford a capture card, which may be a while. We're going to stick with the camera, but it's good. It's back in the old days, I feel. I feel like we're getting that nostalgia, that hit of nostalgia, which I am all for, honestly. I remember back in the day when you used to look at a thumbnail of a video and you could tell exactly who had uploaded it before you even clicked on it or saw the name because of the webcam quality, and you just have this affinity for different people's quality, which is cool. But enough about nostalgia. Let's talk about X and Y. Holy shit. So this isn't a full team. This is basically a mix of in-game guys that I have and a couple of things that I've EV'd. This is the first one that I've EV'd. It is my Dark Knight, one of my favourite nicknames that I've ever come up with. A Noivern, which is running Life Orb and has Focus Blast, Hurricane, Draco, and Flamethrower, I believe, as moveset. It's pretty potent, pretty quick as well. Unfortunately, it's not as quick as Aerodactyl. A lot of people liken it to Aerodactyl because it's basically the special variant of it. It has a bit more bulk than Aerodactyl, but obviously is unfortunately slower and less special attack than Aerodactyl has an attack. So I'm going to end up going to my Tyrantrum to take the Rock Slide, followed up by a Bulldoze, which I'm not appreciating. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty horrible, but I do have Rock Slide of my own. This is my in-game Tyrantrum, so it's unfortunately not going to be able to take out the Aerodactyl. And then Nick goes for Rock Tomb again, which I kind of question because I think Bulldoze would have taken me out. I'm honestly not sure why he did that, whether he had a specific purpose in mind or whatever. He could tell me some other time. He knows what he was doing, so I'm going to kill it with the Dragon Claw, finish it off. Now it goes into Blaziken, and I'm just going to say straight up right now, if Nick had the Mega Stone on his Blaziken, I would basically have been swept. I'm not gonna lie. Unfortunately, this team, that I've basically shuffled together, I guess one could say, doesn't really have a way to deal with Blaziken, Mega Blaziken that is, and so it's a pretty horrible situation. Now, the first time he set up the sub, I didn't actually realize that he had speed boost, but obviously, of course, he's gonna have speed boost. He's fucking Blaziken, man. What am I thinking? And that's what he's doing basically. He's going for the subs to get up his speed. And I believe he also carries Power Up Punch, which means that when he goes for that, he will get the attack boost. So he'll have +2 speed, +1 attack. And if, of course, he did have the Mega Stone, I think that would have been game over for me. I would have had nothing to take a hit. My only defensive thing, which is my other EV dude, is my Trevenant. And unfortunately, Trevenant is Grass type and is not going to take hits from Blaziken anytime. So that's not the best thing. Fortunately, though, obviously, as you can see, he's not going Mega, which means that Nick screwed up and gave this guy a Lucky Egg instead. But it makes for a more interesting match, I would say, because it just means that I'm not getting swept by a Blaziken, which is nice. Bring in Sylveon, go for the Moonblast. This is, again, my in-game Sylveon. I really like Sylveon a lot, and it has really cool stats. I definitely want to train one for myself, a proper one, a well-EV'd one might say, and use it eventually, but it's not going to be part of my my first team, I think. Maybe somewhere later along the line, but for the moment, it actually has a Rocky helmet. I guess that I was looking through my items. I was like, what items should I give these guys? And I gave Sylveon the Rocky helmet, and it works out pretty nicely because it takes Blaziken down a little bit, and then allows me to finish off with a draining kiss. Which is a decent move. It's worked a lot in game, honestly, so I'm using it as much as I can. Brings in the Ariados, which I don't really want to switch out on. I know he's going to go for the Poison Stab or something like that, and he actually ends up going for Sticky Web instead. Oh my god, guys, Sticky Web. This is going to be a really big factor in 6th Gen, this new entry hazard, essentially, which basically lowers the speed of any Pokemon that switches in by 1 stage, which is horrible. It's just nasty, and it basically neuters Scarfers. It just makes things so much easier for your opponent. And if everyone isn't running it, then there is this inherent disadvantage. So, I don't know, man. There are only a few things that get, I think, Galvantula, Ariados, and then I'm not sure what else. It hasn't really been confirmed yet, but we'll see. He ends up taking me out with a Poison Jab, and then I'm going to go into my Greninja. As you can see, my speed falls. I'm actually faster than it, and this is because this Ariados isn't actually EV'd in any way. Nick said he basically said that he got it, put Sticky Web on it, and is just using it with Sticky Web at the moment, but he'll have sorted that out by this time, probably. Now it goes into his Pangoro, And I actually have a splash plate on my Greninja, so that's why it's dealing a decent amount of damage, even though it's not EV'd. I managed to actually live the hit as well, which Nick was surprised at, because this is an adamant choice banded Pangoro that he's running, and even with the power-up punch and stab and everything, he wasn't able to take me out. I guess that owes to the fact that power-up punch is only 40 base power, which is not particularly great, but it does have that utility, man. Getting the guaranteed attack raise is pretty fantastic, so I see a lot of people running that on loads of sets. Going to go into Tyrantrum here, which is going to be able to outspeed me, thanks to the fact that the sticky web was up and takes me out with the rock slide. I'm now going to go into my Trevenant, and I get the speed drop, but that's not really a big deal, honestly, because this thing is slow as crap anyway. It's actually relaxed, and I end up getting off the Will-O-Wisp. Now, I found out after he missed the rock slide that he's actually running Choice Band on this thing as well, and as you can see, even after the burn, it still does quite a lot to my Trevenant, takes me down quite a bit. So if he'd hit the first one, I wouldn't have been as in as great a position as I am now, but you know, that's just what happens sometimes. It's the game. I get flinched on the first one, so I guess he's getting a little bit of hacks back from me, but this is a set that Nick actually came up with himself. He told it to me and I thought it was cool, so I decided to run it. It's basically Will-O-Wisp with Leech Seed, Protect, and Phantom Force, and I believe Phantom Force is a move, a new move this generation, which basically it goes through Protect. It's basically a kind of a weaker version of Shadow Force. I think that's the move that Giratina gets, right? Shadow Force. This one's Phantom Force. And it essentially goes through Protect and stuff like that, and it's pretty cool. And it also works well with stalling because of Leech Seed. You get an extra turn to hide away. It's like a kind of added bonus Protect, as it were, and get the Leech Seed, get the Will-O-Wisp off. It's pretty cool. Obviously, it is completely screwed over by something like Mega Blaziken, but that's just how it works. Nick actually only has the Tyrantrum left, and he said to me that he was not going to get defeated by his own set, so he decided to run and preserve some dignity, I guess. But as I said, I probably would have been destroyed by the Mega Blaziken had that been the case. Fortunately for me, it wasn't, and it was a bit more an interesting match. But what you're seeing right now is a battle I had against Ferris, which unfortunately Ferris is really not very far in the game at all. He's literally like not even played the first gym yet. So he brought the 3 things on his team that he had. I just grabbed 3 random things from my boxes. One turned out to be this rather interesting and somehow competitively viable, not really, Skorupi, because I got the poison on the Poison Fang, and I just so happened to have Venoshock as well, so that was cool. I managed to kind of pull that off on the Froakie. I'm now kind of bug biting this little Fletchling thing here, because I don't want Ferris to be swept by a Skorupi, so I'm just kind of pissing around to let him like kill me, and then we can have a closer match. I don't know, it just seemed fun, and that's what I'm going to do. Honestly, there's not really much to explain in this match. This is just like me and Ferris being silly and just doing some dumb stuff with some crappy Pokemon. I'll probably actually dual narrate this with Ferris for his channel, so if you want to go check that out, it'll be up eventually at some point. I'll link to it eventually when it is up, and that'll be cool. Also, while this is going on in the background, I should probably mention that Nick is running a thing where he's giving away a 3DS. I think he's giving away his original 3DS because he upgraded to the XL. Or he's doing some raffle. It's some raffle giveaway video, so he asked me if I could plug that for him, and that's what I've just done. So if you're interested in potentially getting a chance to win a 3DS, a normal 3DX, a 3DS normal version, numero 1, uno, I don't know what I'm saying. You can go to that video, I'll link in the description. And of course, there'll be links to Nick and Ferris's channels, respectively. So that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do leave a like if you did. That is super helpful, and, you know, allows other people to check out the video, check out these X and Y battles that I'm going to throwing up, guys. I'm going to try and get as many as I can going, try and get my team sorted, and that's that. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.